Hello and welcome everybody, this is your host Learvok, and we are just in time for a quick look at Rogue Legacy. What is Rogue Legacy, you ask? It is a roguelike that is a lot different from other roguelikes. So what is a roguelike, you ask, for those of you who don't know? A roguelike is a game where you are thrown into a dungeon or a maze-like structure that is randomly generated each time. There may be a set number of rooms, but the rooms are always vast in number and always in a different spot every time you restart. Now, most roguelikes, whenever you die in the game, you restart from square one. You don't make any progress whatsoever. Rogue Legacy likes to do something different. Every time you restart a character, you're starting a new character in your lineage. So it starts with you, then it moves on to your son, your grandson, great-grandson, great-great-grandson, so on and so forth. Sometimes daughters. You can choose daughters too, so... yeah, it starts with the child of the last person. Now, what's interesting about this too is that you keep whatever gold you find, at least initially. When you die, your gold goes to your next of kin, whom then you use to spend to upgrade them and the rest of your family. And then you give it up, you give up what you have into the dungeon, so that you can get more gold, hopefully, so you can spend it on more upgrades, and so on and so forth. So, right here you notice I got Sir Jarvan the 7th, the Lich King. He's level 104. That's how many family members I've went through so far. That's how many sons and daughters and granddaughters and grandchildren I've had so far. We're gonna go ahead and start a new legacy. My duties are to my family. But I am loyal only to myself. Right here we get to start off playing. This kind of tells us how to play. A to jump, X to attack. This is using an Xbox controller, so if you're using PlayStation, you kind of use the logical conclusion. Hold A to jump higher. Right there, down and X does a pogo jump. Right there you may notice we're collecting gold, but nothing's happening so far as the gold. That's what we're coming to play later. Right now it's not really going anything. Right now it doesn't really do anything because it's not really... down and drop down ledges. You can pretty much throw the ledges because you can see that very clearly it's something that you can drop down from. It's thin enough that you can drop down from. Think of it in the same lines like Kirby or Smackdown. Now right here, down attack those, they spread out like that. So yeah. I'm gonna see if I can... that's not gonna happen. If you're quick enough and you're skilled enough, you can actually pogo multiple times. Right here we have a door. Right here is 6 seconds donuts, the story of the game. Creating your legacy, a goblet, demon, and whatever that statue is right there, and extra attack. So yeah, whenever you start a game, whenever you start fresh without a profile or anything, that's the first thing you see. So here we are, officially starting the game with Sir Lee. Nothing special about him, he's a knight. Nothing special about the knights. Here we have a mana, we can actually go in here. We don't really have anything we can do in the menu. We don't have any money, so we can't really do anything. As we can progress forward, we'll be able to do stuff with the mana. Let's enter the castle. So the ultimate goal of the game It's defeat 4 bosses that are strewn about the castle in 4 different areas. Right here you see the different areas. We got the castle, which is where we're currently in. If you go all the way to the left, we got a forest. If you go all the way up, we got a tower. If you go all the way down, we got a dungeon. The little dots beside the names are difficulty levels. So generally you want to start with the castle, go to the forest, go to the tower, then go to the dungeon. Each area has their own boss. Each boss has a symbol on this door, and there is the 5th boss through that center door. Right here is a journal entry. As we travel through the castle, we'll find other journal entries that will be added to this one. Treason. An assassin has wounded my father, the king. Bring order back to the king here, sent my siblings and I on a quest to save him. Together we will venture in the cursed woods and into the castle of Hampstead. This cursed castle is still on the edge of the woods since time immemorial, but rumors say that within its walls an item that can kill any enemy. Sorry about that, my voice is getting lost. Tonight I'll get a head start on my brothers and sisters and set forth on the quest while they sleep. So this quest to be an embarrassment to my name. Sometimes the prince off. So, right here we have our first enemy, a cherub. And you might notice that painting is missing. That is a Doom boss. Crap, I forgot to hit him, double jump. There you go. There's some food, opposed to HP. Ouch. And that didn't last too long. And we destroyed 4 monsters. Retribution rooms can damage vulnerable objects. Huh? So whenever your current heir dies, so yeah. Here we have Jonas, the legendary knight, which I'm not sure. We got to play as Sir Lee. I guess the other guy was Sir Jonas. Now we get to choose between 3 heirs: Sir Kima, the mage; Scorpio, the knight; or Marvin, the mage. And you may also notice there's some traits beside our characters here. Or none besides Marvin. Each trait means different things. Like gay, some traits don't do anything. Like gay, for example, doesn't really do anything. It's just there to say, haha, you got a interesting trait. Dementia, on the other hand, can be a rather annoying. Flexible is actually a pretty cool one. It allows you to turn while you're attacking, so whenever you attack normally and you try to move back, your character will actually walk backwards. When you attack and you try to turn, your character will actually flip and turn, allowing for really quick movements. This one I'll go ahead and get just to show you dementia. And we can't really do anything because we didn't get enough money to upgrade anything, which is pretty pathetic. But this does give me a chance to show off this guy. From now on, this guy will be your bane. Your hatred. One must pay the toll, Charon says. Give Charon all your money into the castle? Yes. Give him all your money and into the castle. You need all your money. So any money that you acquire throughout the dungeon will be lost once you talk to him. So spend what you can when you can. There are upgrades later on that let you there you go. Now one of the things you'll notice with the mages is that they have a type of mana generation. Whenever they defeat an enemy, they gain a little bit of mana, which allows them to cast spells. Another thing that goes well with the mage is the OCD trait. Whenever you break an object, you get mana. And that lasted all but 20 seconds. You should have picked the other child. Sir Kima's parting words. Actually, I've never heard that one before, so that was a new one. So right here we can see our lineage up to this point. And we also have a barbarian, a knight, and a mage, so we'll go ahead and do that. I'm kind of sad I didn't get to show off the dementia, but dementia makes enemies appear that don't actually exist. Savant's an interesting one too, and so is Dextercardia. So we'll choose the barbarian for now. Oh, we do have enough to upgrade. Oh, and we start off. So he's got the smithy. So now we can actually start buying upgrades, buying armor and equipment. Sort of, I think. Welcome, hero. Maybe you can help me. I used to be the greatest blacksmith in all the land, but one day the monsters of this castle attacked my smithy and stole all my blueprints. That the blueprints I can only make cutlery and stuff. Please bring back any blueprints you find, and I can build the most amazing equipment ever. Ever! So yes, at a price, of course. We do get some starting equipment, sort of. At 250 a pop. Oh, 150. Okay, so they're still rather expensive. But yeah. And we're trying our money, and there's one way around charm, and that's completely dependent on your luck in the dungeon. Certain areas of the dungeon give us I hate things that have a lot of enemies like this. So this is what Savant does. Savant cycles through the spells that you can play with. So yeah. You ever heard of the idiot Savants? That's basically what this guy is. Ouch. So yeah, you might notice that we have, after you die, you get a certain stat underneath your character. The feeble barbarian, useless mage, yeah. Go nostalgic. We've already seen the nostalgic trait. What that does is it replaces the screen filter. It places like a little screen filter over everything. Looks kind of like a Wild West film sort of thing. Kind of has an orangish yellow tint over it. That's what Jonas had. So we saw with Jonas when he invaded the castle. Eidetic memory, that's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool too. Whenever you enter a new part of the map, you see where all the enemies and endangered things are. Gigantism, on the other hand, just your character's bigger. Dwarfism, your character's smaller. Now, dwarfism can become very useful because there are certain holes in places that you can actually crawl through. I'll actually go ahead and choose Jacoby because of that. And we'll go ahead and get our health up. Oh. Right there you notice that can you upgrade knights. Turns knights into paladins and gives them a special ability. Whenever you upgrade your class, whenever you get a chance to upgrade your class, they gain a new ability. And this also goes for classes that you can unlock through the menu. And there's a lot of classes you can unlock through the menu. One of my favorites is actually the Lich King or Lich Queen. Who's actually a pretty cool upgrade for the Lich. Because what it does, like, with the Lich, every time you hit something, you gain health, but it also increases your maximum health to a certain point. There's a special area right there that we can't get to. Right there, we can actually get underneath here. Well, that didn't work out. So yeah, I think you get the idea of how the general system works. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my main file and try and show you a little bit of what I have here. You can already tell I got some better equipment. I've actually defeated 2 of the bosses. That's another thing. A lot of roguelikes do a very poor job of showing your progression. Because there is none. This is the first roguelike I've played that actually had the sense of real progression. It still remains to be a roguelike. Oh. And I'm dead on that. Yep. Like right there, you saw how hard it was for me to kill enemy before I did it. For something like that, the Doom boss, it's 2 hits on the first profile. Now I can kill in 1 hit. And I impaled myself in spikes. I even unlocked the ability to reroll my children. So if I don't like how they look, which choose this one. If I don't like how they look, I can always reroll them. And another ability I like is haggle. So that means even though I have 728 and I can't really buy anything, I get to keep some of it when I enter the castle. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough to help me feel like I'm progressing. And as long as I make sure to get more than 700 in this run, I should be good, theoretically. Right there. Also, you may notice too, I'm getting more gold off the enemies than I normally would. Because again, because of upgrades. Damage I'm doing a lot more. Here's one of the upgrades. Shrine, it gives us Alexander's Obol. Okay, I know what that. I've never gotten that one before, but I know what it is. I looked it up. Alexander is one of the bosses. Once you defeat a boss, as you can see here, this is the boss room. Or actually, this is the entrance to the boss room. Always have the same stuff. 2 chests, 2 big chests that always have mana and health. We can't go through this door since it's closed, but when it's open normally, we can fight the boss. In that case, it was Aiden, who is the main boss of the castle. I mentioned earlier that each area has their own bosses. They got like a boss of the forest, boss of the tower, boss of the castle, boss of the dungeon, and they are difficult. But if you manage to beat them, not only do you make progression, but you get a huge amount of money off of them. Typically enough to upgrade a couple times. And combined with what you currently have, combined with what you currently acquired, enough to upgrade multiple things. And make quite a bit of progression. At least early on, at least so far. Maybe later on, as things become more expensive to purchase. This is basically how the game works. You go through the dungeon, it's like I said, randomly generated dungeon, different from what it was before. And I'm already having a pretty decent run right now. I mean, if I wanted to have enough to buy a new room, which chances are probably the worst thing I could do. Right there, you know, these things, they will eventually just destroy themselves if they bounce enough times. This one. Some takes longer than others because you have to travel a long distance. Yeah, it's typically not worth waiting for. Unless you have to, like say one spawns right here or just keep bouncing back and forth, you have to wait for it. So, and even though we didn't do any damage to it, we still got the, I'm not gonna go out there, other thing with. Still got the benefits of the runes I have, which is why I see me recovering health and mana from every enemy kill. to have a balance of vampire rules. Ouch. Oh, one more thing I feel I should mention. Every mage, every archmage, every mage, period, has a beard, male or female. Yeah. It's kind of a neat little thing they did. I think it's kind of cool. Like, you see the women, you can tell the difference between the women by just the way their bodies are shaped, you know? Just, you know, they have breasts instead of, you know, or men don't. Which I think is kind of a neat little attention to detail there. Just kind of give them that little extra attention. Oh, and you see the bow in their head too. Just kind of something to signify, oh, this is a woman, not a guy. And then give even like the mages a beard, even the women mages a beard. It's just kind of. Oh, there we go. Nope, ouch. Oh, if I was a dwarf, I'd be able to go through it. You can see where that little shaded area is. That's a secret area that we could go through for a dwarf. But we're too big to crawl through that hole. So yeah, one advantage of the dwarves is that they can actually get through areas that other characters can't. And oh, already failed. I don't have the proper runes for that. Right here is the fairy chest. You can contain the rune. It will always give you something you do not have. We'll get into what runes are after I die with this character. But basically talk to the old gypsy lady out front. You have to unlock. Like, you do the smithy. And she can give you... Okay. No! Ooh! Haha! Yes, take no damage. There's a rune. Once we die, we can actually buy that rune from the gypsy lady. Each rune becomes more expensive to buy than the last as you buy more. So yeah, spend your money wisely, or you know, just kind of save up 1,000, around 2,000 each run at this point. Oh, this is, see right here, required to be the dwarf to get to it. Can't do it any other way. Notice my ability goes through the walls. It could hit him if I could aim it right. Otherwise, I can't get that chest. So yeah. There's a guy out front that you'll see called the Architect. He's in front of a thing that kind of looks like a giant screw. You can actually lock down a dungeon, so if you fail a fairy chest room, or need a second try at one, or just have some chests you want to get to, you can use them to lock down the current configuration of the room or the dungeon. To try again at a 60% cost of gold. You only gain 60% of the gold you normally would through that run. And any chest that you have already opened, any special items that you've already gotten, like any altars you've gotten to will already have been used up. So yeah, if you've gotten every chest so far, there's no real reason to lock it up unless you want to go try and attack some bosses. As you saw here, you know, see how you get to the first boss right here. If you haven't beaten him, and you're like, well, you know, I could probably try or at least try to figure out the strategy. You can try it out that way. Or if you just feel like you get pretty lucky and get more gold than you did before, despite the fact that you know, you're getting 60% less. And yeah, you could definitely give that a shot. Right here we have our first area new area actually, the Maya, or the Tower. Which is a little weird, because usually Let me see, it might be over here, baby. There we go. Okay, so right here is a teleporter. We saw that at the entrance. We can actually use this to warp to the beginning, or warp to this current area, or warp to the boss room. These are generally found either, like I said, in boss rooms or in transition areas, where we will be transitioning over to the next. There we go. That's another area you need the dwarf to get into. Can't get any other way. So yeah, another special enemy. Ouch. Oh. Is this? Oh yeah, the EHS. Platform stay open. Yeah. I didn't even pay attention to that trait. Yeah, that's one of the cooler abilities, EHS. There's another one that, I think it's called PAD, where your character has a pulse, and you're probably thinking, oh, what use is that? Well, those ground spikes that keep popping up from the floor here, there's a reason they won't pop up from the enemies. These enemies are all technically undead, and therefore produce no pulse. Now I'm about to be dead. If I can get at least 5,000, I think that's not much. We need like 5,500 to turn number I'm going for. Right there's a mimic. Don't like those guys one bit. Fake treasure chests. When I first saw one, I went to open the chest, I freaked the heck out. I was like, oh crap, it's a fake chest! Oh no, they actually have a fake chest in here! Why? Why? Yeah, so we died. You got OCD, I was mentioning that earlier. Must clear house, break stuff to restore mana. You get 1 mana point for everything you break, but you notice there's a lot of stuff you can break. That was pretty good. Let's go ahead and choose the assassin. I can look down here. Archmage, Lady Winry the Fifth. I wonder if she has her own auto-mail. Yes, that is a Fullmetal Alchemist reference. Why do you ask? So yeah, what I was trying to get the money for, the 5,000, was for that. To fully upgrade Hag. That would be the first ability. The first multi-tiered ability I got that would be completely upgraded. Because everything I've gotten so far is stuff that's just one upgrade. So to max it out, like these, just one level. You can get so much stuff here right now. Equip up. I should probably go ahead and tell you the importance of that. Every equipment that you buy from the blacksmith has a weight to it. Each thing takes up a certain amount of weight to equip. So if you want to equip a full set, you need to make sure you have enough weight to equip it. Like that one, for example, I would have barely enough to equip the Retribution Cape. So let's go ahead and check out the runes. Here's a complete list of all the runes I have so far. Here's a complete list of all the runes you can unlock in the game. Each armor has the same runes. Keep that in mind. I was gonna try to, I was gonna hope I had enough to buy the, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm not. Now I'm no longer lost. But I do want to re-equip that for the time being. So I can get enough to get one of the other balanced runes. Oh. Is there anyone? Yeah. So you can find all those through the dungeon. Right here we have the architect. I mentioned them before. Lock the castle down and get some gold. Gives you another chance to go for a dungeon that you haven't gotten yet. Or fairy chest. And yeah, we'll go ahead and check that out. Actually, what's my health? Oh, CIP, no visible health bar. Right. Okay, I forgot CIP. I didn't even look at that one. But yes, I gave him the oboe. He doesn't pass me. Oh! I think we, okay, so maybe this didn't, maybe the wiki didn't tell me, didn't explain that, but, you have to find the gate, I guess. Or, let's go back here and go ahead and kill the zombie. Alexander, yeah, Alexander is the flamehead, right? Me. Nope, not let me. Okay, so what that opal does is I guess whenever we find the gate, I guess we have to find the gate first, but what it is supposed to do is let us rematch a stronger version of that boss with a set character. And I believe if we lose the battle, it doesn't really matter. But if we win, we get more gold. More gold and treasure from defeating him. I think if you lose, you're okay. Yeah, right here you notice the red dots on the map. It's because of the eidetic memory, so we see what enemies are where. So yeah, it makes things a lot easier when you know what's an enemy and what isn't in some cases. Like we don't have to worry about hitting every single painting along the way, because you know that's what you're gonna do. There you go. So why did I do that with the chakra? Because if it hits you, you basically a wasted ability. Like, go ahead and watch. Just comes back in this, yeah. So it's pretty neat if you need to be able to put damage to something, or you can just kind of jump over and deal damage behind you. The one ability, the one trait, Ambivalence, actually is pretty useful with that ability because you can just fire something. Ouch. Just fire something out like fire the chakra out like normal and you just jump over it. Let's see. Give 1/4 of your gold, your current gold, to this guy. You can pick one chest. You pick it, he gives you back, I believe either double or triple. Let's see. One chest will be triple what you paid, but the other two are empty. So yeah, we'll go ahead and give him a shot. And in the box, nothing! You stupid! So stupid! Yeah, this game is full of references. Sorry dude, one chat per person. This game is full of a lot of really clever references. they've got a sniper, an advanced enemy. Even though this is the second, I guess you could say second level of the game. Yes, I know you're supposed to attack those guys from behind. It's a lot more effective to just attack them from behind. Ouch. Right there is a little mini Alexander. I actually think they call it, but it's called a Fury. But basically, Alexander is a giant version of that. The bosses are just giant versions of other enemies you've seen. The first boss you fight, Aiden, is just a giant eye. That's not good. This is a room where you need a paladin for, because the paladin's field ability would negate that. So I just failed that fairy room. I can't go back in, but if I die, I can lock the dungeon down and my heir can attempt it, if I so choose. Right here we have some more, some wolves. Kind of similar to the warriors we fought in the tower. Here we go. Here we go. So, right here is the gate to Alexander. Because we have the oboe, we are able to challenge him once more, and it's also sparkling a little special. Sir Wagner versus Sir Alexander IV. So let's see what Wagner has. He's a Hokage, which I want to mention. My first boss I beat was with a Hokage, so I have a. And whenever you beat a boss, you become the legendary, whatever your class is. So I have a legendary Hokage in my family. Beat that, Naruto. Huge strength but cannot land critical strikes. 30% move speed, low HP and MP. OCD breaks stuff. Corporalia is actually pretty funny because like every time you get hit, your character has like a little ward bubble, and whenever they die, you just see that string of letters beside it. Whenever they die, instead of what a random tip they normally give. So you got dark equipment, sky cape. Vault Vampire, Siphon, Retaliation, Sprint, and Haste. Okay. I wonder if that's from the... Because I want to see two rooms on here to see... I wonder if that might... The vault might be from a combination of the two runes and the Sky Cape. I don't know. I'm guessing the Vampire and Siphon come from the Dark Sword and Dark Helm. That's the only thing I can think of. Also, what you're seeing here... What you're seeing here, this strange ability, this strange world we're seeing. It's not showing us on here. But it is. We are the one. That's usually what that symbol is. So we did not. Okay, so we don't die. Ooh, we can try again. Okay. Oh. Okay, so yeah, this is Alexander the Fourth, actually. 275, wow. But yeah. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to beat Alexander. So yeah, there's one way to beat the Tower Guard. There's another. And let's see what else we have here. Nice. I'm not sure if the oval allows us to permanently fight the boss over and over again, or if we're just limited just this one time. But yeah, that's kind of a neat little experience there, finding the boss, even though I didn't last long either time. But yeah, I was gonna check and see if I can. For some reason, I thought that I could check what the Sky Helm did, if it did anything special from here. And I died by running into an enemy. Third row equipment usually has major trade-offs. Be careful. So yeah, we'll go ahead and shoot the next turn. I'll go ahead and explain what that means. Let's choose this bunker. Actually, I'll check out all the equipment right now. So yeah, when they say third row, they mean this row. Which you may notice, here is the blood set. They usually have a... Actually, let me go ahead and just... Right there, you notice that we have a huge, tremendous trade-off in lowering health. However, our vampire ability, we gain 14 HP for every kill. Yeah. It's not really worth it to me. That much is not really worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and flip our there we go. Could try that one. And that's just at the right time. Oh, blinding lights. I can't get any upgrade right now. Okay. So yeah, we'll try going to the dungeon once more, just real quick. But yeah, so as a dwarf, you can expect your range to be lowered. Like your range of attack is lower. It doesn't. You imagine that would affect you a little bit, but it really doesn't. Because like your judgment is based on your size, not because you're used to the game being in a certain way. It's like your brain kind of already makes the adjustments for you. So you just kind of get it in your head. Also, one thing I don't remember if I mentioned this yet or not, but this bunker, the miner's special ability when they upgrade to a bunker is they get to see all the treasure chests in special areas. There we go. In order to defeat a boss like that, we typically get a usually more treasure than that, but I guess that we fought them so early. Enemies do scale stronger as you go deeper. So these low level enemies right now, where we can kill one hit, eventually get to the point where we have to take a little more than that to kill them. Like that Infernite is only so easy to kill because it's such a low level enemy. If we were to fight it a couple rooms down, Oh, you kill those every time. That's nice. That'll be nice. Still don't want to get hit by them. It's still not worth it because they take off way more damage than they give. I wonder. Now, right down here, you may notice something a little odd about this floor piece here. It's invisible, and yes, it's almost the same every single time. I don't think I've ever had to go into the other direction. And for those of you wondering, yes, the Doom bosses do laugh. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it with the way I have the volume, with the way I do the volume. Yeah, they do laugh whenever you hit them, even if they die. I believe we've seen the Maya, or the tower. This is the current area that I'm having to traverse, trying to get through to get to the boss. So yeah, this is the area where enemies start kind of becoming more on the level of these guys are a little challenging for me. This is what I'm basically prepping for right now. In the underground area, I've been through the other underground a little bit. It's basically not as fun. It's enemies start being real there, and the wizard have been slain by a ninja. So yeah. See what our the galleon splunker. Go the legendary assassin. Wait, how do I get legendary for him? Huh. Because I beat one of the mini bosses? I'm not sure I got that from Wizard. Because the legendary status is only supposed to pop up when you beat a boss. I guess I beat what would have been considered a boss. Sir Taco the second, of course. Right there, the ball in this one, and Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is not as big a deal as you'd think it is. It only affects your main map. Like whenever you hit select to look at your map. Go and quick attack pile. I'll go ahead and show you right now. Nah. Oh. Nah. I don't feel like I really need to show off the architect, but real quick, I'll go ahead and show you this. Hit minus or back, excuse me. Sorry, I've been playing on the Wii U a little bit. I've been playing a lot of Rayman Legends. We can't see where we are. However, you notice we have our mini map in the corner like we always do. And you go to the next room, we still see what we have. So yeah, that is Rogue Legacy. This is a very fun game. This is a very unique game, and it is currently what's been eating up all my free time. Well, that and Rayman Legends, but still, regardless, this is my current. I guess you could say the equivalent to Skyrim, or what I'd call the equivalent to Fallout. Because I'd rather play the Fallout game, or at least Fallout 3 in New Vegas than Skyrim. Yeah, something about the post-apocalyptic thing, but yeah. Anyway, this is my current time sink, because it's really neat. It's really a neat game, and it really is a rare experience to see a roguelike that actually has a sense of progression. And then you could argue, well, there are some roguelikes that do have a sense of progression, but most of them don't have a good. If they do, most of them don't have a good sense of progression. You could argue like, well, Binding of Isaac doesn't have any progression whatsoever. But, oh, you upgrade stuff, you find new stuff, and you do bosses. Yeah, but you only those upgrades with those new things aren't apparent. You still have to find them randomly. If they had not said anything, would you have known there were even new things that were added because you got so far in the adventure? You probably wouldn't. There's no sense of progression, there's no sense of bettering yourself, there's no sense of really having to try all that hard aside from I'm going to be determined this time. And because of the way the item generation works, because of the random elements of it, most oftentimes it's not your fault that you suck, it's just because the game screws you over. And I admit, I suck at games, I suck at these games pretty much. I'm not like great at them or anything. I'm not terrible, I don't think in a way. But I'm hardly an expert. And you can clearly tell right there I got hit by that turret. One thing I want to mention real quick. These rooms here that say to destroy all enemies usually contain at least one big enemy. Like, tougher than normal enemy. This one didn't, which is kind of a little weird, but yeah. They usually contain like one advanced enemy, which doesn't really make it all that hard. You just gotta know to deal whether or not to deal with that guy first or deal with the other guys. Which most of the time it's deal with the other guys first, because that one can't really hurt you. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, there's not a whole lot more I can say about this. Aside from I've been playing for almost an hour. Showing you how much of an addiction I have to this game so far. And yeah, the big difference between this and other roguelikes is this one has a sense of progression. Like, once you beat a boss, you don't have to fight it again. Like, even if you get the obols, you don't have to fight Alexander again. You can just keep going as if you never fought him. In fact, fighting him again is kind of clearly a bonus because it's not really, you're not really fighting him. You're not fighting with your heir, you're fighting with the specialized character. And the axe would have been a perfect item for that. What's that room? No, right, can't check the map. Okay, so there's one disadvantage of the all items. You can't check the main map whenever you want, so yeah, yeah, the randomly curated heir is a really unique thing to me, I think. Like, you aren't playing the same character every time. So you kind of have to adapt based on how you're, like, certain things that happen. Nope, crap. Enemies' health do reset when you leave a room. There we go. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta brute force your way through those guys. There we go. Brute force in a combination of tossing daggers. And actually, I could just pogo stick that guy. These rages are pretty easy to beat. Because there we go. And you can very clearly tell right now I'm trying a little bit. I'm kind of in that midpoint of like trying to do the show and trying not to die. Like, actually trying hard in the game. Like You seem to get distracted by this. There we go. I'm actually... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, I'm actually curious to see what happens if you had a... I really like getting that knockback ability a little bit. It's kind of... Oh, I was hoping I wouldn't have to get hit by that. There we go. That's a way more effective way of dealing with them than... Fine. Try that. We hate that guy. I've never seen Lost in Translation. I just know that's what it's from. I think that's what it's from. Got my health. Got my health back from out. Am I correct on reading that? Only took out 8 points. That's not bad. So it might be worth killing them if you can guarantee. It might be worth killing the spike balls if you can guarantee that you can get your health back from enemies around, which most of the time you can't. I mean, like that right there wasn't worth getting hit for, but like I could hit him and get my other 4 back. Let's see what else here. Well, right, okay. I did not realize how important how important that main map was to me before. Actually, now. Ow. Down. Okay, you know what? Screw you two. Whoa! I recognized this fall the minute I saw the first bubble. Whatever you call them, the first platform generator. Or maker. Oh. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Oh, come on! Another one? And I'm dead. No. Really? Okay, the game doesn't want me to commit suicide. Which actually sounds like a beneficial thing. Game doesn't want me to commit suicide. That's a good thing. Those... There we go. And just go ahead and... Oh! It actually deals more damage than I thought. Okay, so it deals 17. Yeah, I always love seeing the amount of enemies you've killed, even if it's a... For me right now, this is a small number. When I've had up to the like a third row, almost filled on the third row before, but yeah, got the Lich King, which I'm probably going to choose that as mine. Yeah, because I really like the Lich King, and that ability is something I really like too. But real quick, I want to buy... I'll go ahead and put that in. There. Okay. That way now I have, let's see how much I get from Siphon. 3. Huh. Huh. Oh, okay. So the balance rune only gives you 1 each. Not me do that. Whereas the vampire and siphon runes give you 2 each. That's how they balance that out. Okay, that's neat. I don't think I can deal with that. am tempted to go with the blood sword. And actually, yeah. Anyway, I went on for way longer than I expected. So let me go ahead and end this hour-long episode off here. Hope you enjoyed that lengthy preview. I got my hand off the controller, I swear to you. I'm not going back in. So yeah, I would recommend Rogue Legacy to anyone who really likes roguelikes and is looking for something a lot different from other roguelikes. Like something that gives you a more sense of progression. Even if you're not a big fan of roguelikes, I would recommend give this a check because the reason you don't like them might be for the same reason I'm not a big fan of them. Which is weird because I do like games like I do like them. It's a conflicting thing with me. But you may not, if you don't like roguelikes because of the sense of non-progression that you may like this one because of the sense of progression. So yeah, with that confusingly said, I will see you guys later.